This is part 3 of working with exponents, at least in simple ways. What do you do when you have a variable to an exponent that is also then taken to another exponent? And again, this is one that you'll want to take apart. Just let's rewrite this according to what our exponents are saying. This is x squared, so you have two of them, x squared times x squared, which we learned in our previous video. Now we can just add our exponents and we get x to the fourth. Now, this was probably a bad example to start with because then it makes it look like you can just add these. Well, let's rewrite this then as x squared to the third. Now that's saying we have x squared times x squared times x squared, and according to our rule of multiplying, we're going to add each of our exponents, and then we have x to the sixth. Now, if you notice the pattern, whenever we have these in parentheses, we're going to multiply these. So if we have x to the fifth to the 10th power, well, we're going to multiply our exponents and we're going to get x to the 50th power. Now, where this becomes a danger is if you have, let's say, for example, we have x plus 1 squared. And you're going to be tempted to rewrite this as x squared plus 1 squared, and that's wrong. You don't want to do this because what this is saying is this is x plus 1 times x plus 1, and if we're going to figure out what that is, we then need to FOIL this out, which in this case becomes x squared plus 2x plus 1, just by simply FOILing it out. So when we're adding inside of our parentheses, we can't just take the exponent outside of our parentheses and apply it to each term. If we're multiplying, we can. If we were to rewrite this as x squared y to the fourth to the third power. Now we can, since we're multiplying, we can multiply all of our exponents, so we get x to the sixth times y to the 12th. So it only works when you're multiplying, not when you're adding and subtracting. It works also with division. Multiplication and division, you'll notice the rules tend to stay the same or similar to those, and the same with addition and subtraction. So once you learn those rules, then you'll get pretty good at noticing when you can and when you can't use them. But at the beginning, you want to kind of take it apart and say, okay, what is this really asking me to do, before you start just attacking it with the rules that you think you might know and you're not quite sure. So if these videos are helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.